Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a book review video. I have 6 books, and all of them, except for one, were just okay. So let's get started with the first book. This is the first book in the series. It's a cupcake bakery mystery. It's Sprinkled with Murder. It's by Jenn Mckinlay. This is what it looks like. And it's about these two women who own this bakery, and their partner of the store is getting married to this woman that is really horrible, and she's like a bridezilla. She thinks that these two women are trying to steal her man, and she ends up dying. And one of the girls who absolutely hates her out of the two, Mel, is the prime suspect because she's the one that said things to her and stuff like that, more so than the other woman did. So this next book is self-explanatory. It's the National Audubon Society First Field Guide Mammals. It's a scholastic book. That's what it looks like. And basically, it's a book. It's a small little book. It has like 100-some pages in it. And it talks all about the mammals of North America. And it's really nice. It has like good pictures in it. It shows you, hold on, let me just get a random picture out. Like this squirrel, it tells you where you can find it, its tracks, habitats, how long it is, signs to look for if you want to find it. And it also comes, some of them, not all of them, a few of them don't have this, but most of them have look-alikes, so they show you things that kind of look like that animal, but they're not like similar. That they're similar, but they're not like related. You know what I mean? So that book was really good. It was really good. It only took me like a day to finish it because it was just like 100-some pages. The first couple pages are just like things about what's a mammalist, what's a naturalist, how are mammals different from other species of or groupings of animals, that type of thing. So this book, the one thing I hate about books, and I think it's like the only thing that I do, is when they just do descriptive writing for most of the book. And that usually happens in a lot of literature books. That's why I find them really boring mostly. But this book, it was okay. But the one thing I hated about it was that it was mostly descriptive writing than it was anything about dialogue in the book. Like, the one thing I hated was when the author would start them talking, the characters, and then halfway through the conversation, she'll stop it, do a new paragraph, and say, this is what the rest of their conversation was. I'm like, why couldn't you have just let them talk it out? You know what I mean? Instead of saying that. Because it takes so much time, and then it feels like this 300-some page book could have been shorter or better if it was more dialogue than descriptive writing, because that descriptive writing, like, this book took me the longest to finish out of all of them. Like 2.5 days, something like that. It's called Annie Freeman's Fabulous Traveling Funeral. It's by Kris Radish. This is what it looks like. And like I said, I mean, if you like more descriptive writing than dialogue, this book's for you. Because I feel like 90%, maybe 93% of the book was mostly descriptive writing, and the other like 6% was more dialogue. And it's about these 4 women who come from different places of the U.S., and they all knew this one woman. She died, and her one thing was she didn't want like a regular funeral. She wanted a traveling funeral where they all go to these different places and they figure out a different part of her life that they might not have known before. And it's a good story. Like, I like the storyline. It was a nice story. I just like how I like stories like that where it's like a group of women and they get together, meet up and stuff like that. Like, that's like one of like my favorite kinds of stories. But that was about it. That was a good book. I really liked it, like I said, but it was just okay. Like, I just don't like really descriptive writing. So this next book was the book that I really didn't enjoy. It was a small book, but I really didn't like it. It was weird. It's called Bye Bye Bertie. It's by Rick Dewhurst. It's a Joe LaFlamme mystery. So it looks like it's about this man. It's kind of like a Christian mystery where the main character, the detective Joe, he is like a Christian guy, and what happens, it's just like a weird book to explain. These two women come in who say that they both of their sister, each other, both got kidnapped by this cult, and he has to figure out. And then the mother comes in, and the mother says, oh, both of my daughters, the two women, got abducted by this cult, or kidnapped by this cult, and then she's worried about her last daughter, the youngest one, and they just go on it about, okay, like, he's trying to figure out, like, is this real? How are we supposed to find them? This type of thing. They want all this money. And it was just, I feel like this book was just, like, random for this author. Like, to me, it wasn't, like, a true mystery book, in a way, that I don't know how it could have been a mystery. I don't know. It was a weird book. So this next book is the first book. Now, a few book videos ago, I read the second book to this series instead of the first one. I didn't know. The first one, this one I read was like Princess Elizabeth's Spy, and this is that was the second book in the series. This is the first book in the series, and it's Mr. Churchill's Secretary. It's by Susan Elena. I don't know. I don't know how you say her real name. MacNeal. This is what it looks like, and there's a lot of these books in the series. Sorry if I'm getting red. It's really hot in here. I had to turn the fan down because I didn't want you guys to hear it in the video. It's a little bit longer than the other book, and basically it's about this woman who she lives in England. She's like American, or she's half American, something like that, and she ends up getting the job as Churchill's secretary. And it's during World War One. World War Two, and it's just starting. Yeah. And these things are happening where this guy that works there, that's her friend, can't solve these codes, and she's like a brilliant woman. She has all of these degrees. She knows math. She was going to go to MIT, and then she came here because of one of her relatives died in England, and she had to do something with the house that was there. All these things. And it was a good book. I really liked it. These things keep happening around the town that they think is from the specific group that's doing it. And it had a shocking twist in the book. I mean, halfway through the book, you kind of figure out the twist a little bit. But I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. I have a couple more, and I hope that when we're able to go to book sales again, that I can get the next couple books. So I have two, and I know that the next one's the third one, but I got this other one, but I don't know if that comes after the third one or not. And every time I always forget to like write down the series lists so I can see how many there are in the book series. So this book, I've done a lot of these types of books before. It's called the Imponderables. It's the solution to it's Imponderables, a solution to the mysteries of everyday life. It's by David Feldman. That's what it looks like. And basically, I like reading these books. Basically, they're just questions about things that you probably might have thought about, but you never really knew the answer to. Like, why does the X stand for kiss? Why are there holes in Swiss cheese? Why do we itch? This is what it looks like. I'm going to show you guys. Why do women open their mouths when applying mascara? Now, I will say that this book is really outdated because it talks a lot about film. Like, like the camera film from long time ago stuff. But it was a really good book. Took me a little bit to get through just because there's no like chapters, they're not grouped in a specific order, that type of thing. But I have some more of these books that I really want to read because I just like these books. I don't know why. I just think they're fascinating that this guy is trying to figure out all these answers to these questions that people probably never thought over. You did, and then you're like, oh, that's just how it's been, that type of thing. But that was my book review video. I'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.